Welcome back, guys. I'm BP, and it's time for roadcraft. We just got our radio equipment delivered to the workshop, set up a quick route, didn't require any work or anything, so I want to get that done. We're now heading down with our dump truck to start building the road we need. So this road is going to be really helpful in connecting, I think it's a steel beam facility, to the back end of our road network, so we don't have to go all the way up and around to get to it. So we'll run down here, set this guy up. I like to just bring him down, set him up automatically, and then bring the next one down, then the next one down, and then it all works out. So may have to get the pike involved. I think it's gonna be pretty slow going getting both the grader, I'm sorry, the paver and the steamroller down here. So we'll probably grab that as well. Let's take a look and see what we get when we get down here. Oh yeah, we got a bit of a... Actually may need to... Is this actually muddy or is this just wet? No, it's just wet. Okay, so if it's muddy, maybe we'll throw some sand down there too. But don't need to, just for a little bit of water. So this road's going to cut right across the swamp to the steel beam facility. Get him squared up. It's going to be a pretty long road. Alright, ease off. That's what we need. I'm back up to the Highland base, and let's deploy the grader. Now the question is, we have $55,000. Should we grab a better grader? It does feel like the game's called roadcraft. We probably should have better road making equipment. Did I miss it over here? Here we go. So we do have a cargo truck with a blade on it. I'm not sure. That might be faster. You know, let's try it. This will be fun. New piece of equipment. Go back to the garage. And yeah, here we are. Deploy. Wow, look at that guy. Very, very cool. Hoping it's a bit faster than the front loader style grader as well, so we can get going places. So far it doesn't seem slower. Pop it into all-wheel drive as well. It is funny because that's just the back of the grader right there. They just turned that into the front of the truck. Oh, still a vehicle's going. We'll have to cancel that route. That route is complete. Looks like a mail truck almost up there. We'll get up here and get this guy to work. And then we'll cancel that route. Yeah, if nothing else, this is nicer to drive. And that big box in the back would have been perfect for transporting that generator we couldn't get into our T1 last round. Or last episode. So, too bad this one doesn't have a crane. If it had a grader, a crane, and a big bed on the back, it would be about the best all-around piece of equipment we ever owned, I'd guess. But can't have it all. Yeah, nice and easy. Brought it down. Worked out well. Get her squared up. Excellent. Will this not, do we need to change the mode? Oh, this only has manual. Oh, guys, this piece of equipment is going back. That is not what we are looking for. Man, we just lost some money on that. I was excited. I thought that was going to replace the grater, but it definitely did not. Sell that. I think we lost 4 or 5 grand. But if it doesn't grate, I'm just not interested in it. So we'll get the new dozer for 19,000. We'll deploy the new dozer. Well, that was disappointing. I was all excited to have a new piece of equipment that was going to do lots of things, but I suppose you could take that with a load of stuff and the dump truck and just do your own grading. Oh, the route failed. Perfect, because we don't need it. This thing is quick. It is nice that the new versions of all the old rusty equipment are quicker, hold more functional. Definitely worth the upgrade. This thing is way faster than even the truck we were just driving. Making short work of this trip down to the construction site. And I bet this one will do the grading for the job we need it to. Which makes it a big success. Okay, pulling up. Jump on in. They are working and ready to go. Alright, let's go to infrastructure. And let's see. This one is all rewards received. Cancel route. Just don't need excess vehicles driving back and forth unnecessarily. Oh, we do have remaining reward on this one. Where did this one fail? Well, I mean, just move the point over and redispatch vehicles. Want that extra XP. Not sure what would have suddenly caused it to stop working right there, but something did. Back over to our garage. Do we need to reclaim the pike? Yeah. Need to retain the pike, deploy the pike. Pop the brake. Throw the ramps down in the back. Now let's deploy the paver. Nice and easy. Excellent. Brake on. Let's get those ramps up. Pop the brake off. We're on the road. Alright, that infrastructure route is complete. So we should have collected all of the reward from that we are able. We will cancel that when we get up here. Get a quick splash going through the puddle. And what's nice is I think when you actually, when you send the tools off the back of the pike, they just sort of drop through the pike and do their thing. I don't think you have to unload them. I was watching it last time. I think if we do this, and just get it started. Yeah, see, it just sort of falls through, and that's it. So infrastructure real quick. We have this operational one. All routes are all rewards received. Let's cancel that route. There's no point in having it going. Thought we were clearing and canceling. Okay. We have. It's a nice easy one. Let's redeploy. Well, let's bring the pike back in. And we'll grab the steamroller for the last little bit. Steamroller should already be in the garage. There it is. I was, when I was building the road for the last one over by the scrapyard, I did drop the steamroller off and set it on its course, and it dropped off the back of the truck right into the mud and just was stuck there. And once again, when the vehicles get stuck on their automatic paths, it's challenging. I had to actually go out and restart the game to get it to reset. I wish there was a way to interrupt the automatic road building, or the assisted road building. If there's a problem, be able to reset the vehicle, even if it was just back to the starting area for the road, or the garage. Don't really care which, but it's just locked in, and I let it work for maybe 5 or even 10 minutes. It was just stuck in the mud, spinning its wheels and not getting anywhere. So it's maybe a feature we get added at a future patch or update, so you don't have problems with the vehicles running into each other. Because we had a problem on that other road build where we had the two vehicles get stuck together and they couldn't progress, and we had to restart as well. So, you know, it's not quite the perfect mechanic. Very nice, not complaining about it. You know, it's a great idea to have. You don't have to go do all this work manually. You can if you want, but you know, this is nice just to be able to keep things progressing. But it would be beneficial if things were to have gone wrong, to be able to just say, hey, you know, let's get the vehicles reset and get back where they need to be. All right, this road is looking good. We are almost done. All right, objectives. Bring the climbing equipment to the workshop. We've got a lead on some mineral researchers where mineral researchers were conducted. Sorry. We've got a lead that some mineral researches were conducted inside the Eastern Quarry just before the hurricane. All machinery and climbing equipment, including safety harnesses, ropes, and crampons, were left behind there during the evacuation. That's exactly what we're looking for. Find the container with the climbing equipment in the quarry and deliver it to the workshop. So that sounds like at a minimum we're going to need our T1 with the crane. So to jump into that, the climbing quarry is all the way over here. Our closest bet is going to be the road base. To come down here and sort of wind our way up there, cut across through here. Yeah, I think we go to the road base, recover the T1 there. See what we can find. Might need our scout vehicle too, with some of that interactive stuff. We can certainly use the crane. We'll have to see if that will be adequate for what we need to do. Should be about done with that road task here any minute now. Maybe check in on that one. A nice sunny day when we started, and now we've got the rain. It's alright, we don't mind working in the wet. So we're going to head up here. I think we turn in here. Let's check the map. This is not an area that I'm overly familiar with on the map. So we're here. Yeah, we need to sort of angle up to the left. Let's check on those objectives. Okay, infrastructure route. Yeah, let's build the route and let them work while we're out doing things. So let's start plotting. Okay, we gotta be a little careful getting them around some of these things. Want a nice straight shot coming around to the workshop. Oh, did we miss? Oh no, we gotta... do we want to... Yeah, we know that route works. This is going to be a bit of a crazy corner for them, but we'll swing it wide and bring it back. I will need to retain all of that equipment we use for making the road. So let's dispatch vehicles, but real quick before we get too far into that, let's jump into here. And let's see. Retain, yes. Retain, yes. Retain, yes. Retain, yes. And the pike. Alright, so we don't want those guys in the way. Okay, so the route should be working in the background. Hopefully that gets done while we're over here figuring out what happens. That would be 3 primary objectives done this episode. We had that first route to bring the electronic controllers up that completed right when we started. Got the road built, and now we're working on the next step for that. And now we're up here trying to find the climbing equipment to take to the workshop. Apparently the workshop is a very busy place. Let's jump out and track this objective so we don't miss anything. Away we go. So we don't have our scout vehicle, but I can't imagine that it isn't just across here, right? I mean, that's just sort of what we expect. Do we need to go up there and knock those down? Maybe we should real quick go get our scout vehicle and just knock this out the easy way. It's not a long drive. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be back here, right? Roadside base, scout vehicle, retain, deploy.
Funny story. Right before the hurricane, they found some peculiar fossils in the wall of that quarry you're right next to. The eggheads from the local university got all hot and bothered and scurried right over with climbing equipment to study those fossils on site. Our guys could use that equipment to work on tower construction. So, if you find it, drop it off at the workshop, pretty please.
That's what we're working on. Maybe we'll get to see some cool fossils. Stegosaurus, Triceratops. Something fun. Ah, yes. We failed between the 2 destinations. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Let's get over here and see what we can figure out. I think we're going to send this guy right up to knock those 2 big concrete plates down. So let's see. How do we get up there? A lot of speed. Do we think we can take this angle? That seems very vertical to me. Oh, let's try one more time. Otherwise, we'll sneak around here to the right. That looks doable. I guess it would help if we were in any kind of all-wheel drive, diff lock, low gear. But we got a hook around this rock. Well, I'm impressed with the climbing ability of our scout truck. That was very, very steep. But we made it. That's why we brought it. Alright, can we tuck in here? Oh, what do we think? Well, I think we actually, let's pull up. Yeah, we're not going to get turned around in that tight gap, so let's back through. Alright, two nice big ramps. Seems like the only thing to do is get after it. Let's see if we can't bring this down, actually. I think we'll use the scanner. Even though I'm fairly confident it's just at the back there. Hit it with a little speed. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Let's park that guy. Let's take a quick look at our broken route. Where'd you break, bud? Okay, let's just try that route and redispatch vehicles. I don't know why that one would struggle right there compared to anywhere else on this route, but you never know. Yeah, we may need to go put some sand in. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Get some sand dumped down there. Yeah. We'll let them work. If they fail again, that is A-okay. Alright. We have this guy connected. We're gonna... I think we might need a bigger crane for this, but we're gonna give it the old college try. Oh, these actually appear to be pretty light. Let's see if we can't get this pulled over a little bit. Gotta get a lot closer to the edge. Once again, our controls of our... we're driving on the thing we're pulling. That's gonna get interesting. Okay, let's set the brake. Feel pretty good about that. Can we extend out any further? Not quite. Let's go up a little bit. We're gonna have to try to inch over so we can reach it. Yeah, the route failed again. No one's surprised there, guys. Oh boy, not too much. Okay. Seems like we had it there for a second. I mean, doesn't look safe, but, you know, that's just the way this may be. So, no choice here but to drive over with this one hanging off the back. Seems totally reasonable. Let's try to maybe get this one lined up a little bit. Oh, not backwards. We're in trouble. Alright, let's see. That was the wrong... Actually, what we should do is release the concrete pad. Oh, we may not be able to do that now. We were so close. Let's see how our winching capability is. We get the front bumper, come on. And we're not making any progress. Try the bump and run. Get into this vehicle, can I? Yeah, we lose. Let's shorten the boom. We grab something and pull ourselves out. $1 million question. Will that be enough to yank us out, or are we going to be pulling against ourselves? Yeah, I think we're pulling against ourselves. That's not any good. Detach load. And we can get those 3 things. We can certainly try pulling on the truck, but I don't think pulling on the truck's going to get us out of this. Okay. We're just going to reset it real quick. There's no point in fighting it. Well, guys, we're back for another attempt. It's more than our second, not our 10th. But we're feeling good about this one. We got the truck into a good position. We're going to go ahead and grab onto the last steel or concrete plate we need to get into position. Alright, that is in good shape right there. We want it to lower in as square as possible. That looks good. I am happy with that. Let's go ahead and disconnect. Getting out of here is going to be quite a challenge without dumping it. Alright, we got it turned around. We're in good shape so far. Let's get across, stay away from the edges. Get out of low gear. Alright, and climbing equipment. Where do we think that is? I think we might end up bringing the scout vehicle over here. Let's see, any of these boxes look promising? Oh, that big brown crate right there does. Yeah, I say that. That's gonna be it. No point in flipping it now after all the adventures we've had. This may be the same size box as the generator, which didn't do us any good. Let's see, let's bring it up a little bit. Let's change our view. Start lowering it down where we can get it to swing just a little bit. And we get it to kick around. And you have to go way higher. Nope, we want to do that, and then we want to do this. There we go. You just swing out in front. There we go. That is good so far. Don't really want any boom movement with that. We want that just to retract on its own. Can we pull ever so gently and get it to come up? Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Come on, swing around. You can do it. Oh, come on. One more little bit. You know you want to. See if we can pull it back just a little bit. Yep, that's the ticket. That is secure, guys. Now, the question is, where are these dinosaur bones? We get to see any of them before we leave. If not, I'll take this back to the workshop and drop it off. I don't see any dinosaur bones that they were talking about being all excited for. Well, that's a bummer. Hoping to see something cool. Well, guys, that was an adventurous episode. Took way longer than I thought it was going to get this crate, but we did get it in the end. And I'm going to take it back to the workshop now. Carefully get back across this bridge. But thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. And we'll see you in the next one.